I grew up in a different Christian denomination, and as a small child was in the church every week. I attended the school right next door to that church. So I was in kind of a sheltered environment with the same group of people, following the same rules, but I really wasn't finding Jesus in that. I was just finding religion. I was a teenager when we moved, and at that time I started attending public school, and that is where I started to have more exposure to different religions, different cultures, backgrounds, and I saw new ways that other people were following Jesus, and I started to have more questions, and my dad was really pivotal in pointing me to Jesus and a personal relationship with him versus just the religious piece. I've had a few really big challenges in my life where I've seen God show up. So the first one was my dad died suddenly of a heart attack when I was 18 years old. Sorry. It was a devastating time, but God showed up through our church family, through our family and friends who supported us. It was a long journey, but God was always there. Another one was when I was diagnosed with breast cancer 12 years ago. And I look back at that time in my life and I still feel gratitude and joy for it. And only God could provide that through chemo, through losing my hair, through having to tell my children what was going on. God was so faithful in providing an outpouring of support from everyone around us because God showed up so big, I had no fear. And that's huge for me because I'm kind of a fearful person typically, but that was a life-changing moment. Going through those challenges really helped me to see that it was God's faithfulness to me that carried me through, not a religion, not following rules. It was a personal God that walked alongside me, and that's how I wanted my life to continue. When BelPres put out the information about the next baptism Sunday, I thought, this is my chance. I had been baptized at probably when I was 11 or 12 because all my friends were doing it, so it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. But this time was different. I really felt a calling from Jesus to wash away the past that I had been clinging to, the guilt of not feeling like I was following the rules well enough or ever could. And I just needed to make a statement that this was a new beginning for me. That day was just amazing. I just couldn't stop smiling the entire day. Coming up out of that water, I just felt like I was on a new path with Jesus. So now my personal growth with Jesus has been actually wanting to spend time with him, wanting to pursue a relationship with him, not just feeling like I needed to check a box. I am just so grateful that God loves me at that personal level. He helps me not fear whatever circumstances are going to come my way. God tells us this world will have trouble, and it really does. But because his faithfulness to me has been at such a personal level, I can walk without fear, no matter what might come ahead.